Horrible, the glasses. Welcome, everyone. Hope you're all comfortable, and thank you all for coming to this very special evening. My name is Brian Kroll. The first thing I want to do is thank my good friend Kevin Purcell, the executive director of the New Jersey State Golf Association, and the entire board, everyone for allowing me to be a small part of this very special night. So thank you to all of you, and thank you to the staff here at Galloping Hill Golf Course. And since I'm a PGA professional, I want to give a quick shout out to Matt Dunn and Peter Bush and the rest of the team who do some great teaching and coordinating here. So a shout out to my fellow PGA professionals. But this is a very special night, and I am delighted to be a part of it. Since it's Galloping Hill, I will tell you I did a little research on New Jersey and found out there are more racehorses in New Jersey than Kentucky. I didn't know that. As we head into the Kentucky Derby, there's a little Jersey trivia for all of you. But this is great. We drove in. A thank you to my wife, Wendy, as well for being here. But it's nice to see the grass turning green. I don't know. It's been a difficult start to the year in terms of weather. I think February was better than March and April, but I think we're finally turning a corner and getting some green grass out there, and I'm excited about that. A couple notes on me. 30 years, a member of the PGA of America. I'm a past president of the Met section, and I wanted to say that the Met section is part of District 2 in the PGA of America, and District 2 comprises the Met section, the Philly section, and the New Jersey section of the PGA. So I have a lot of friends here in this state. We go to national meetings together. We all are advocates for the great sport of golf and all those who play it. And a big thank you to all my friends in Jersey who are here tonight, which is very special. And today, on the PGA topic, I was watching the final round of the PGA Professional Championship down in New Mexico. 312 PGA Club pros are down there fighting for 20 spots at Oak Hill and the PGA Championship coming up, surprisingly, in just 2 weeks. And of those 312 participants, 41 of them are from District 2. We have some of the best playing club pros, some of the best amateur golfers, certainly some of the best stories and golf courses in the entire country. So it's with great pride that I'm here and part of this special event in New Jersey. Although I did almost cancel yesterday when the Rangers were crushed by the Devils. That hurt. I'll go into some other sports too. If the Aaron Rodgers thing, again, I've always been confused about New York football teams, the Giants and the Jets. They kind of play here in Jersey, but they put our name next to. I can't figure it out. Any Aaron Rodgers fans in here? How many people think that's going to be a good move for the Jets? Yeah? Terrible move? Yeah, right. Yeah, about split. That's what I thought. Back to golf. I will say some of the favorite times in golf that I've had is golf in this state. Atlantic City Pro-Ams, covering major championships. Baltusrol, Ridgewood, Canoe-Brook, Mountain Ridge. I mean, it's incredible how many great golf courses are here in this area of the country and in this state. As a kid, my parents would take us down to Wildwood, New Jersey, and we would stop along the way and see so many of the great towns in this state. And I did a little extra research and found out that there are only 2 or 3 states that have hosted more major championship golf than New Jersey. And that's saying a lot when you consider that New Jersey is one of the smaller states in the country. So for them to be 3rd or 4th on the list in terms of hosting major championship golf, that is pretty cool and a great testament to the golf in this area. Another great testament to the golf in this area is over here to the right, these trophies. I had a chance to stop and take a look at all those great pieces of hardware there. I stopped for an extra second at the Carl Badenhausen trophy because, man, the backswing of Badenhausen is impressive. I am a PGA instructor. They don't teach it like that much anymore. But really cool to see some of the history that is in this room. And across the hall is the New Jersey State Golf Association Hall of Fame, which has been beautifully appointed with great mementos of the past. And for all of those of you who have not yet been in that room, please find a way to get in there later tonight and see all the great work they've done. A great room of history there. A couple other quick notes before I move on. I am the current general manager at Trump Golf Links at Ferry Point, so a quick shout out to my Bedminster and Colts Neck friends here in Jersey. I'm a broadcaster for CBS. I'm the president of the Met Golf Writers Association, and I've got my own show on Sirius XM PGA Tour Radio. And my point in saying all that is that I think golf is really hot right now. Golf is good. We've got a lot of excitement in our sport. I will say there is some controversy, and there are new tours cropping up. There are discussions on rules in golf and whether the golf ball goes too far, whether it doesn't. There's a lot of different controversies out there, and I think in media, you have an opportunity to delve into all of the controversy. And there are always two sides, maybe three sides to every story, and if you're looking for trouble, I can promise you can find it. But that's what makes tonight extra refreshing to me, because tonight is another reminder of how great golf is and how we can all sort of unite with this celebration of our great sport, the great people who play it, and certainly three incredible legends that we are honoring here tonight. So I'm very excited to share these proceedings with all of you, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to hearing more and learning more about these three great legends of the game. And to help us understand more about the greatness of this evening, I'm going to introduce Mr. Michael McFadden. Michael.
Like Brian, first and foremost, I had to make sure I remembered my glasses. Well, welcome everyone. Brian, thank you for joining, and thank you for emceeing. So it's going to be a great night. I've been lucky. This is our 6th Hall of Fame class. Because of COVID, this is my 3rd. Should be only 2 in my 2-year tenure, but I was able to do 3, which is probably one of my favorite events in the New Jersey State Golf Association. So I'm the current president. I think probably everybody knows about our state association, but a couple of facts. Started in 1900. We have our 125th anniversary coming up, and our committee has already started, so I'm not sure exactly when, but you'll see some information on what that's going to be all about. So we're excited for that. 25 plus tournaments we run: amateur, male, female, professional, juniors, multiple qualifiers. We run USGA qualifiers, so we are now, Brian talked about the weather, and whether it's nice or not, we're now in tournament season. So we have people spread throughout the state running tournaments. We do course ratings, so when you see your rating or slope, that's the New Jersey State Golf Association, and we're out doing that also. So throughout the year, we probably do 20 plus courses a year in terms of ratings. We have membership. We have 60,000 plus members across the state. We service the handicaps and provide all kinds of benefits, include member golf days. We talked about the tournaments and all kinds of communication. We have 2 tremendous foundations. Our Caddy Scholarship Foundation started in 1947. I'm a recipient back a long time ago. I think not far from where Ann played at Rock Spring over at Essex Fells. Brian Hunt runs our foundation, is doing a great job. And we also have a youth foundation which supports deserving youth groups throughout the state. And part of that program is really kind of, lesser known or areas where youth programs need assistance or youth need assistance. Frank O'Brien runs that program, and we've been going on, I don't know exactly, I want to say probably 25, 30 years. So behind the scenes, the foundations are a very big part of what we do. We have many of our past presidents and board members, many people from New Jersey. I did want to call out my friend Karen Noble, who we presented last year. Karen is a former recipient, and she's in the Hall of Fame. We also have from the USGA, the Director of Regional Affairs, Erin Groenveld. which I'm not sure where Aaron is. Hey, Aaron. I probably didn't get your name right, so I apologize. So our Hall of Fame, again, it's our 6th year. Please spend some time. Brian noted if you go into the lobby, through where the bar area is, we have plaques, we have mementos, we have pictures, we have trophies, and it's pretty cool. Spend some time there. The bar will open. There'll be more food after the ceremony. The Hall of Fame, the idea is to honor those who have contributed to the rich history and tradition of golf in the state of New Jersey. I think our current executive director, Kevin Purcell, was on the board before he was the executive director, and I think it was him and Steve Fail, who's also here, one of our prior executive director, who kind of brainstormed about putting the Hall of Fame together, and it was a great idea, and it's bearing fruit. So I'll read some of the definitions before I hand off to David Kronheim. The Hall of Fame will recognize, honor, and perpetuate the achievements of those individuals who have made outstanding contributions to the game of golf in New Jersey and have helped bring recognition, honor, distinction, and excellence to New Jersey golf. 16 members were in the inaugural class in 2018, had distinguished careers in golf as players or contributors. So it's not just players, it's somebody that makes a difference in the game of golf. Whether it's, we talked about foundations, whether it's, people just working in the game of golf, it's in players obviously, or just anywhere involved with the game of golf. That first year's class was a large class representing all aspects of the game to set the tone of inclusion for the Hall of Fame for years to come. We have 3 members. I'm going to let the presenters speak to the members in terms of the detail, and we have some films. Oswald Kirby, Ann Probert, Robert Trent Jones, who will be inducted tonight. It's going to be a great night. Thank you for coming. Dave Kronheim, who is on our board, he runs our committee for the Hall of Fame. He's going to discuss the nomination process. So thanks, and David.
Bring the microphone down from Mike's side a little bit. Good evening. As Mike said, my name is David Kronheim. I chair the Hall of Fame Committee. And we like to talk a little bit every year about what the process looks like to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. And we think it's important that we touch on what a wide-reaching process this is and invite all of you to engage in that process. We accept nominations from the public. Those nominations form the basis for the discussion at the nomination committee. We go through a very extensive list every year. Those nominations, if you nominate someone, it'll stay in our little hopper for 3 years if someone isn't selected right away. And we get dozens of nominations every year. We'd love to get hundreds of nominations every year. It's a process that every year we continue to see more and more people engage with, and we're excited. We are far from we're far from having a monopoly on knowledge and wisdom about wonderful contributors in the state of New Jersey. So please, I would encourage you to engage with that. The nomination form is on the website, and please keep bringing wonderful stories to light for us. Just very briefly, the criteria is a 2-part test to be inducted into our Hall of Fame. One is that a contributor must have a strong connection to the state of New Jersey by being a New Jersey resident for 10 years, for being a New Jersey resident during a period of accomplishment, holding oneself out as a member of a New Jersey club or an employee of a New Jersey club during their period of accomplishment, or having other unique ties to the state of New Jersey. On the accomplishment side, the second prong is that contributor must have made an extraordinary and remarkable contribution to or impact on the game of golf in the state of New Jersey as a player, either amateur or professional, a club professional, superintendent, architect, golf industry participant, or other person involved in the game of the state of New Jersey. So tonight we have 3 very, very deserving inductees, and it's wonderful. I have a special shout out to my fellow Somerset Hills member, Ann, and it's great to see your whole family here, and to see so many people here supporting our other 2 nominees, or inductees as well. So congratulations to all of you. It's very, very exciting to see you here. With that, I'll invite Brian back up. Thank you.
Thank you, David. And again, this night has a lot of special components to it, and one of them is some video action, and I want to thank all those who helped in producing these videos. They are fantastic. And we're going to start with a brief video about the history of the New Jersey State Golf Association and the Hall of Fame. So please enjoy.
The New Jersey State Golf Association Hall of Fame is dedicated to the history and preservation of the game. First established in 2018, the Hall of Fame has inducted famed players, golf administrators, superintendents, architects, and others who have made a unique and lasting impact on the game of golf in our state. With over 120 years of history, the NJSGA Hall of Fame has had no shortage of phenomenal nominees and inductees. Whether it's a six-time New Jersey amateur champion, a standout teaching professional, or an esteemed golf course architect, the Hall of Fame is filled with those that have altered the landscape of the game that we are all so passionate about. Each year, we reflect on these outstanding individuals and their contributions to New Jersey golf. The celebration of legends and their moments that remind us why we fell in love with this game and continue to define this sport. The inaugural class, packed with talent, is made up of Carolyn Cudone, Dr. Ralph Engel, Johnny Farrell, Vic Yezzi, Charlotte Gluting, Arthur Red Hoffman, Robert Housen, Nestor McDonald, Byron Nelson, Maureen Orcutt, Chester Chetsanik, John Shippen, Jerome Travers, A.W. Tillinghast, and Charles Whitehead. Year by year, the NJSGA is proud to welcome new inductees into its Hall of Fame, a tradition that celebrates history on and off the course.
Excellent, excellent video, very nice. And again, it's a reminder of all the incredible people that the New Jersey State Golf Association is honoring throughout the years, throughout history here, from elite tournament players to architects to philanthropists. These are all people that have made a massive positive impact in the world of golf. So great work, and great work with the video. A quick shout out to my new buddy, Mike Spendley here. He was the voiceover artist. Just wave, Mike. I mean, yes, excellent, excellent VO work on that. I've got to give credit where credit is due. So in the spirit of these videos, we have another one coming up, but first a couple quick words about our first member of the class of 2023 here at the New Jersey State Golf Association Hall of Fame. This is a name that I think everyone is familiar with. When you hear Robert Trent Jones Sr., you think of classic golf course architecture. You think of some of the best major championships in golf. You think of all the people that have played and enjoyed the incredible work that this man has done. It's amazing, the body of work from Mr. Jones. So without further ado, let's take a look at this very special video.
Recognized as one of the best golf course architects of his time, Robert Trent Jones Sr. had a robust career that spanned 7 decades. Born in England, Jones planted his roots in the Northeast, eventually settling down in Montclair, where he would spend most of his adult life. As a successful junior golfer, Jones attended Cornell University to study golf course architecture. His rise in prominence came when he constructed Peachtree Golf Club in Atlanta, Georgia, alongside Bobby Jones. His work at Peachtree garnered the attention that would fast-track his career to the next level. Jones would frequently get requests from the USGA to toughen U.S. Open venues and was eventually tabbed the Open Doctor. Throughout his career, Jones is credited with building or redesigning over 23 courses in the Garden State, from Baltusrol Golf Club to Essex County Country Club to Metedeconk National Golf Club. Robert Trent Jones had a hand in many different New Jersey staples. On the national scene, Jones is recognized for 310 courses across 5 continents, 30 countries, and 45 states in the U.S. Over 20 years since his passing, Robert Trent Jones has left a lasting legacy on golf, not only in New Jersey, but across the world.
He really had a dream to become a golf course architect. He got interested in the game of golf because Walter Hagen's niece was in his 8th grade class, and she sent him to caddy at the Country Club of Rochester, where he caddied for George Eastman and many other dignitaries that influenced his life. He saw Walter Hagen driving his white Packard convertible to work while Dad was walking there, and decided that someday he wanted to own a car like that, so he wanted to get into the golf business. During the Depression, Dad worked on make-work projects like Green Lake State Park and Durand Eastman, and was a great salesman to get those jobs. He learned the craft from Stanley Thompson, the great Canadian architect, where he helped him with Banff and Jasper and Capilano, which were really great golf courses to emulate when he was in business for himself. After the Second World War, my father was very fortunate to work with Bobby Jones, designing Peachtree and redesigning Augusta National, as well as really changing the venues for the U.S. Open when he redid Oakland Hills and made it a true test of golf that Ben Hogan called the Monster. After that, Dad really was the first architect to travel the world and take his expertise to different countries and different parts of the world, where he really brought the game of golf at a higher level and really enhanced the game and helped grow the game. My father loved what he did and would have been very pleased to be honored tonight. And I am very pleased also.
My dad is being honored by you in the Hall of Fame, something of course he deserves. And we're very pleased in our family to acknowledge your wonderful tribute to him. I have many memories of playing golf with him as a kid. So he's already teaching me a little bit about agronomy and golf architecture, even when we were playing just a game of golf together in Montclair Golf Club and other places. He, of course, has gone on to great fame. After post-World War II, golf became popular. I could tell he was a man of great prestige, and even my father went very quiet when he came upon Bobby Jones and introduced me as a teenage son to the great Bobby Jones, who was then in a wheelchair. So having these wonderful members in New Jersey, my own experience there, it's a great honor for my father and therefore our family to have you put him in the New Jersey Golf Hall of Fame. And we're very grateful to you and look forward to being with you in person and in spirit.
A great tribute there to a great family, and certainly Robert Trent Jones Sr. is incredibly deserving of this honor, and we want to also take a moment to recognize the family members that happen to be here tonight in support. Sons Rees and Bobby are both here, along with grandson Trent. So guys, thank you all very much for being here. It's a family award, it truly is, and that is absolutely incredible. We're going to move along to the second member of the class of 2023, who is also being honored posthumously, and this man was a serious player back in the day, and from a different era, a tremendous legend in the game of golf, not just in New Jersey, but beyond. This is a video that will give you a little more information about Oswald Kirkby.
Oswald Kirkby of Englewood was among the earliest amateur greats to hail from New Jersey. His accomplishments were substantial both in this region and across the country. Most notably, Kirkby won his first New Jersey amateur at Atlantic City Country Club over 100 years ago. Throughout his illustrious career, Kirkby won 3 New Jersey amateur championships, coming in 1912, 1914, and 1916. He also collected 3 Metropolitan Amateur titles in 1914, 1916, and 1919. Prior to his first title, Kirkby came up short in both the New Jersey Amateur and the Metropolitan Amateur. However, 1912 was a turning point for Kirkby as he claimed the New Jersey Amateur at Atlantic City Country Club, defeating Jerome Travers of Upper Montclair. Kirkby and Travers had a long-standing rivalry. On the heels of a heartbreaking loss in the New Jersey Amateur and Met-Am finals to Travers in 1911, Kirkby overcame those performances to take down the fellow New Jersey State Golf Association Hall of Fame inductee in the 1912 edition of the New Jersey Amateur. He went on to meet Travers in 5 of 6 of the local majors from 1911 through 1913. His play remained consistent. In 1912, Kirkby was tabbed one of 6 scratch golfers in the United States. The list, which featured Charles Chick Evans Jr. of Chicago, Albert Seckel of Chicago, Jerome Travers of New Jersey, Walter Travis of New York, Fred Herreshoff of New York, and Kirkby, was compiled by the United States Golf Association. The unofficial national ranking granted players access to the U.S. Amateur Championship, which was held September 2nd through 7th at Chicago Golf Club. His game continued to transcend for much of the 1910s and hit its peak in 1914, winning both the New Jersey and Metropolitan Amateurs in the same year. Kirkby was also a constant competitor in exhibition matches throughout the United States and Canada with other top players of the time. Locally, he was the leading player on the Englewood Golf Club team and later the Knickerbocker Country Club team, both of which competed in the Bergen County Golf Association during the 1920s. Following a successful golf career and business in insurance, at the age of 48 years old, Kirkby passed away after suffering a bout of pneumonia. His legacy as a standout golfer would continue in the golf community for years to come.
So congratulations to Oswald Kirkby. Again, an incredible player in his time and beyond, and we are excited to welcome him into the Hall of Fame. And here to celebrate that with us tonight is Oswald's grandson, Kirk Ressler. Kirk, could you wave? Babe knew what he was doing. That's great. Thank you for that little tidbit. It is amazing. It's another example of golf, and I always talk about 6 degrees of separation in golf. I think it's 3, maybe 2. It's such a great world for networking and so many wonderful people. So again, congratulations to Robert Trent Jones Sr. and Oswald Kirkby for their induction into the Hall of Fame. And we have a third. Very honored to have our third inductee here with us this evening, the final member of the class of 2023. And by the way, she gave me a little hip check during the cocktail hour. I have a little extra respect for Ann, but let's take a look at this video for Ann Probert.
West Orange native Ann Probert is among the winningest New Jersey female amateur golfers in state history, with more than a dozen statewide and Met area titles to her resume. It all started with claiming the 1956 Junior Girls Championship before Probert went on to collect 4 WMGA stroke play titles, 5 Women's New Jersey Stroke Play Championships, and 14 Garden State Women's Championships. She has competed in 6 U.S. Women Amateurs, as well as the U.S. Women's Mid-Amateur and the U.S. Women's Senior Amateur Championship. Probert represented the WMGA 11 times in the Grissom Cup matches. In 1982 and 1989, Probert finished as the runner-up in the New Jersey Women's Amateur Championship. One of her most impressive accomplishments is her 25 club championships at Somerset Hills Country Club and her 14 holes in one. In addition to her impressive playing abilities, Probert's dedication to growing the game has been unmatched. Over the years, Probert served the USGA for 11 years on the Junior Girls Championship Committee, 9 years on the Women's Committee, and was chairperson of the Senior Women's Amateur. She also served as WMGA president in 1991 and 1992, where she helped found the WMGA Foundation and served as its president in 2004 through 2006. As a result of her commitment and service to the game, Probert was awarded the 2002 Judy Bell Award and the 2009 Ike Granger Award by the United States Golf Association.
A well-deserved round of applause, Ann. That is an incredible career, and it continues, but what a pleasure to be here with you tonight, Ann Probert, and also here tonight, son Ted, daughter Leslie Serbaugh, her husband Steve, and Ann's grandchildren, Teddy and Campbell. So congratulations to the entire family. Quite a night here, quite a night. And I am going to step aside and let her daughter, Leslie, give the presentation. Leslie, come on up.
I think I'm just introducing the main event here. But on behalf of all Proberts, we are so proud of Ann, our mother, grandmother, and friend of many here. I was with Mom when she received word of this honor, after which she beamed while she shared her news. I immediately stated I would accompany her here, and in her humble manner, she expressed relief as she thought no one she knew well would attend. Our family expresses our appreciation to the New Jersey State Golf Association and to all who are here supporting Mom and the others tonight. The other recipients. Growing up, our family was immersed in golf. We traipsed along with our parents, marveling at how consistently well Mom struck the ball while seldom practicing. Mom's golf swing is as fluid as our father's swim strokes, both of which we emulated. However, despite her smooth swing, we couldn't always offer the same compliments for her putting game. The phrase "never up, never in" resounded. We children spent many summer days home alone while Mom volunteered or competed. A family joke is that I raised our younger brother, David, because Mom was busy with golf. Wanting to be like her, we developed Sumac Hill Country Club in the backyard by submerging flower pots and scalping grass for greens and fairways. We eagerly awaited Mom's return, quickly questioning, "What did you win today?" And our father would often remark that he was busy paying the bills while Mom was collecting trophies. Despite our teasing about accommodating Mom's golf, what we really genuinely cherish is how much Mom's golf has given to us and to others. We've been able to witness Mom spread her love of golf through volunteering, first for the Women's Met, then along with the USGA for 20 plus years, and as co-chair of the Curtis Cup at Somerset Hills in 1990. And in a sport that has its historical connotations as being a man's game, our family has never entertained such a thought. A few years ago, my son Teddy, who's over here tonight, and I took a Midwest golf trip, and a caddy remarked that he'd never caddied for anyone on a mother-son golf trip. We later discussed how he never thought twice about that being unusual and attributed that normalcy to Mom, the standard Mom set. We were also fortunate to piggyback off of competitive talent and claim Mom met parent-child or husband-wife successes, which cannot be attributed to our stellar play, but in large part to Mom's. The occasional mishap cost us strokes and wins, but in Mom's manner of integrity and humility, we learned respect and appreciation for the rules of the game. In a mother-daughter event, I asked our caddy for a read. He eagerly placed the flagstick directly on his recommended spot, to which Mom exclaimed over our 2-stroke penalty. We lost that by 1 stroke, but I never forgot that rule, and I'm sure the caddy didn't either. We once took a wrong turn into the middle of an ambulance road shut down in Englewood, making us late to the first tee by about 3 minutes. We lost that mother-daughter by 1 stroke as well. And late to the tee was not saved for me alone. David and Mom also experienced a DQ for their tardiness. Mom was never known to arrive with plenty of time to practice. As the saying as was often said, she'd be tying her shoes on the first tee. All that said, don't let Mom's graciousness fool you. She absolutely wanted to win, and she remembers her victories with fondness. Even more strongly, she remembers her losses and will still remark with frustration at some of her costly bad shots. But with that competitive spirit, she's made lifelong golf friends everywhere. We children and our children, with pride, can seemingly introduce ourselves as Ann Probert's children or grandchildren and be certain of an immediate recognition and positive recollection. A friend recently expressed how pleased she was for Mom to win this honor, saying, "Your mother may beat me every time, but losing to her is always a pleasure because she makes the game fun." I could share more stories and lessons, but I'm proud to introduce my mother and again thank the New Jersey State Golf Association for recognizing what a stellar player, mentor, and friend Ann Probert is. Our only regret is that her husband Ted and her father John Lennon, who were all most ardent cheerleaders, are no longer with us to experience this evening. We know they're smiling upon this evening's event and proud and pleased that their Annie has won probably her greatest lifetime golf accomplishment.
Oh, this is overwhelming, really. I wish I could just leave it with a little video. Thank you all so much. This is such a pleasure for me to be here tonight, and there's so many people I wish to thank. But first and foremost, I wish to thank the New Jersey State Golf Association for selecting me to the New Jersey Golf Hall of Fame. Never did I even consider such an honor as a possibility. When Mike first called me, I didn't immediately recognize the caller ID, but I'm certainly glad I answered the phone. Mike introduced himself and conveyed the wonderful news that I was being inducted into the Hall of Fame. I was, and I still am, incredulous. This is the most unexpected and wonderful appreciated honor that I have ever received. I am sorry that Oswald Kirkby and Robert Tent Jr. Sr. are not with us to experience the joy I'm feeling today, but I wish a sincere congratulations to their families. One of the greatest benefits of receiving this award has been my ability to be able to look back on my life and reflect on the tremendous impact golf has had and brought to me throughout my many years. I am so proud to be able to experience this event with my family, all of whom I guess have been introduced to you. Thanks you, Leslie, for your kind words. And she is here with her husband, Steve, and their son, Teddy, as I guess has been mentioned. Our son, Ted Probert, and his daughter, Campbell, are here. And I'm delighted that Campbell is now going to be a summer member of Somerset Hills. And my niece, Tracy Dana, and Andrew Bagalini are also here with us. David, our younger son, is unfortunately living in Hong Kong, and he found that commute a little bit too challenging. I am so honored that so many other friends. I never expected to see all of you here, and it is just so touching and heartwarming. Thank you all so much. I can't mention you all by name, but I sure wish I could. But you are just the best, and I'm so lucky to have you. My biggest regret, as Leslie mentioned, is that my supportive and wonderful husband, Ted, is not here to share this with me. He was always one of my most supportive and wonderful people. He would be so happy and so proud. In many tournaments, he served as my encouraging caddy. He loved recounting the story that when during the senior women's amateur at Preakness Hills, while wearing his white caddy jumpsuit, he habitually entered the men's locker room. This time, however, a member took one look at him and advised him that he did not belong there. There was a special place for the caddies. In so many regards, I've been extremely fortunate. My family members all play golf, and in the younger years, we would often push the envelope with our family fivesome. In fact, some of my most enjoyable rounds were playing in family championships. The husband-wife, the mother-son with both sons, and the mother-daughter. And now our grandchildren are also enjoying the game. It really is the best of lifelong sports, playable from ages young to old. Having known several of the past Hall of Fame inductees, some of whom are no longer with us, makes this honor even more special. I had the good fortune to grow up on the 18th hole of Rock Spring Club. My parents had just finished building our house the year I was born, so I pretty much considered the golf course my backyard. At age 17, I captured my first win as club champion at Rock Spring Club, and following that win, I thought it would be nice to go visit Charlotte Gluting, who coincidentally was not only a past Rock Spring Club champion, but also an inaugural Hall of Fame inductee. I was told she was living at a nursing home in Andover, New Jersey. I went to see her there, and although her health was failing, she enjoyed recounting some of her wins and recollections. I shared how I had just won the club championship and showed her the gold pendant given to me by the Ladies' Golf Committee. Known as the young girl who could be seen playing in her bare feet, carrying her bag, the pendant depicted that young girl kicking a little pearl golf ball. I still treasure it today, and I'm wearing it tonight. Other Hall of Fame inductees I recall were Carolyn Cudone, a very gracious lady, and Dot Porter, with whom I played several times. I greatly enjoyed getting to know Maureen Orcutt quite well. I first met her when I played in the WMGA Junior Championship at Suburban Golf Club. I was fortunate to win, and Maureen presented the trophy to me and the runner-up, Sybil Wolfenson, later Whitman, of Mountain Ridge, a great competitor who became a very good friend. Maureen Orcutt was quite a woman. As a sports reporter with the New York Times, she covered women's golf as it had never been done before or since. She was the outstanding amateur player in the 20s and 30s, winning numerous regional, national, and international championships. All of this is recounted so beautifully in Kevin Casey's wonderful new book, The Remarkable Stories of New Jersey Golf. Many accolades were given to her, naming her the Player of the Century in 1998 by the WMGA, and an inductee to the inaugural New Jersey State Golf Association in 2018. She retired to Durham, North Carolina, where I had the chance to visit her when our two children were attending nearby Duke University. We had a wonderful talk, and she recounted in detail some of her many golf titles and experiences. Physically, she was well endowed, and with great humor told me of chatting with Arnold Palmer when he inquired of her, "Maureen, I have one question for you. When you swing, do you swing over or under?" We had a good laugh over that. When Ted and I co-chaired the 1990 Curtis Cup at Somerset Hills, we invited Maureen to come as our honorary chairman. She attended and greatly enjoyed being there. How proud we were to see Karen Noble and Margaret Platt on the winning U.S. team. Karen went on to have a sterling career in amateur and professional golf, and appropriately was one of last year's Hall of Fame recipients. Congratulations, Karen. One further recollection that reaffirms my belief in the enriched life experiences given to us by golf comes from my term as chair of the USGA Senior Women's Amateur Championship Committee. As a 3-year term beginning in 2000, my first 2 years were very unnerving. The first year, championship was held at Sea Island in September. Hurricane Florence passed through, and the extreme winds forced us to suspend play as balls would not stay at rest on the green. The following year, 2001, the tournament was held at Allegheny Country Club over September 11th. I was officiating a match when Bridget Lamb informed me that something terrible had happened. The Twin Towers had been hit by a plane. The entire field of players and committee members watched in horror as images were shown on TV over and over. We continued play as recommended by the USGA under the veil of great fear and sadness. It was the wise decision as the country was in upheaval and no one traveling any distance could take a plane or even rent a car as the country was in shutdown. I will never forget the sight of the players walking up the 9th hole and the flag at half-mast with tears running down their cheeks. At the end, despite this most terrible event, it became a very bonding time for everyone there. None of us will ever forget that day, where we were and with whom we shared the grief of that horrendous tragedy. It is at times like these that one can appreciate the inner strength and sportsmanship exhibited by golfers. All of this to say that many of my reflections of my golfing past are primarily shaped by the many exceptional people I have met along the way. Golf awards us so many opportunities. We play beautiful courses and wonderful sights. We learn tradition, respect for our surroundings, and other players' integrity and humility on days when our game escapes us. But most of all, we cherish the people we meet who become lifelong friends. We all share a common passion for the game and an eagerness to get out there again, wishing that we might find the secret in our next swing. I can't deny the tremendous satisfaction of playing your best and scoring better, enabling the win to a hard-fought match. But I also can't deny there are sometimes perks to winning. Once I was driving home from a tournament victory when I was pulled over for speeding. I told the officer about my tournament, pointed to my trophy, and asked, "Are you really going to ruin my day?" He yet let me off with a warning. But in the end, it really isn't about the tournaments won or the awards garnered. Because as we all know, newspapers fade and trophies tarnish. It is the memories that linger and the friendships that endure. My father used to say, probably after I hit a poor shot and got mad, that golf builds and reveals character. I may not have appreciated it then, but I came to understand what he meant. Grantland Rice said it best: long after the applause has died and the tally posted by your name, we remember not what you shot, but how you played the game. To those of you who give of your time to volunteer, to officiate, to administer, to support the game, you all deserve a huge thank you. As I close my reports tonight, I would like to read a poem written by Maureen Garrett. She was the former chairman of the British Ladies Golf Union. She read it to a group of committee members and Curtis Cup players at the 1996 Curtis Cup at Prairie Dunes. It has stayed with me as its meaning is so poignant. My friends, over the years I've made many friends, friends I hold most dear. Some of them I shall never see again, as I shed a silent tear. Like me, my friends have older grown, and as the years go by, friendship links another year, and stronger grows the tie. My friendship is the greatest gift, and when you're growing old, friends like the ones that I have got are worth their weight in gold. A handshake here, a handshake there, a kiss upon the cheek, a smile that says, I love you still, no need for one to speak. Finally, I wish to say again how grateful I am for this extraordinary honor, and thank you for letting me share my thoughts with you tonight. Most of all, thank you for your friendship and stewardship.
I should leave it at that. That was perfect. Thank you, Anne. What a great speech, and what a very special night to celebrate three true legends of the game. Again, it's a game that we can all be so grateful for, to be involved in golf, and we see tonight yet again another example of how it brings people together and how we can celebrate the goodness that golf is all about. So there's generations, there's families, and there's no sport that I think helps to train a young child better for life than golf. And we're just fortunate to be here. And I want to again congratulate not just Robert Trent Jones Sr. and Oswald Kirkby and Ann Probert, but their families for all they've given to the game, because we're very fortunate that they have done what they have. This is a very special night. I think my wife is probably going to travel with a trophy in the back of the car from now on. That's an excellent tip, you know. We might take one of those trophies in the Subaru on the way home, just in case. But again, a fantastic evening. I learned something. I think we all learned something, and we certainly learned to appreciate these three great legends of the game even more. So congratulations to all three of you and your families. Thank you to the New Jersey State Golf Association. There's much more still to enjoy here. Please stay around, enjoy the camaraderie, and I think there's some more food and drink out there. And thank you all very much.